This week in the world of news from books, beards, and brews. All right. As always, I am Bob of Tales by Bob.
I'm the Ask the Podcast, Derek.
I am creative consultant Tanya. You know what I think about when I say that? Is Troy at Abed in the morning.
Troy and Abed in the morning.
Yeah.
Ah,
If you don't watch
Community,
Community. Yeah.
it's such a
At
good
night.
show. Such a
Yeah.
good show.
So that's what I think about when I say that. I'm creative consultant Tanya.
You're not as cool as them.
I am not, but cool.
But then who is?
Cool.
Cool,
like,
cool.
Yeah, cool.
No one is.
Cool.
So this is our
Ugh, love it.
weekly news episode, and let's just dive right in.
Splash.
So this headline is, well, I'm out of a job.
Oh, same though.
Womp womp.
Aww.
Oh, no, I haven't gotten fired. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. All right. So Springer Nature is a publisher in the research community. It just published its first book that was generated by an algorithm using machine learning.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they used a computer to write a book,
So
basically.
they did take a room full of monkeys and ended up with Shakespeare?
No. Okay. So the
Less
algorithm,
interested.
which was developed by AI researchers at the Applied Computational Linguistics Lab at Goethe University in Frankfurt, Germany, it was not designed to replace authors, but instead what it does is it attempts to distill and condense the extensive research being done on lithium-ion batteries. Okay. So lithium-ion batteries, they're important. There's probably 4 different devices in this room as we speak that are using lithium-ion batteries, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't count Tanya.
Beep beep, I'm a robot.
Yeah, that's what.
She runs on bad food choices. That's what she runs on.
I thought it was just bad choices, period.
Oh, savage.
Savagery.
So, in the past 3 years, there's been more than 53,000 papers and articles published about research in the field of lithium-ion batteries.
Jesus.
Yeah, and this is some important shit, like lithium-ion batteries are shaping our future. And if you're...
I think that's like a limited resource as well.
Yeah, there's only so much lithium. But,
Yeah.
But it's one of those deals, like, if you are someone in this field,
How can you read everything?
well, that's a lot of shit to keep up with.
Yeah.
True.
So what it does is, based on the subject matter being requested, the algorithm uses machine learning to first analyze thousands of publications and to make sure that only relevant shit is picked. So then it parses, condenses, and organizes them into an online database, or from an online database into coherent chapters and sections. And summaries are automatically generated for articles in each chapter, which can include quoted passages that are hyperlinked back to the original research papers for anyone wishing to dive deeper on a particular subject.
That's actually really rad.
So apparently it's real dull. It's a
Well,
real
it's
boring book.
batteries.
Yeah, batteries.
But if they did that about something you were interested in, it'd be fucking awesome.
Well, also, but like the
I
thing
wonder
is,
if you looked at the bottom of the book, if you'd get that little zap. 'Cause
Probably
it's
not. Probably not.
That was always my favorite thing about D batteries.
wow.
You like putting your
No,
tongue on
they
the
were
D?
9 volts. 9 volts.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Jesus, I walked into that. 9-volt batteries.
Oh, okay,
Yikes.
yeah.
It's Sunday. Be careful, y'all. Jeez.
So, but this is so they'll be doing this on more topics.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, if you're a researcher in this field, man, this seems like it'd be shit hot.
I remember having to write papers like that, where you're condensing information from 5 or 6 sources about the same thing. I didn't do any of my own research, but let me compile everyone else's research.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so boring.
it
I
is.
hated it.
But
like that.
this is something that, and a related thing. This is something I read about a year or two ago. Deep Blue, the AI that beats chess players that
Yeah.
they used to play chess. Well, first off, they're teaching it to play Go.
That's exciting.
And Go is supposed to be the most strategically complex game. Yeah, it's already starting to beat people. Moving its way up the world rankings kind of deal. Anyway,
Do you want robot domination? Because that's how you get robot domination.
Well, but they're talking about though
Yikes.
a potential great use of it would be in the medical field, that doctors could be paired with AIs because doctors, there's so much research that comes out. There's no way they can keep up with everything.
True.
Yeah, that's something that when you started mentioning it, I started thinking about Scrubs because they had episodes about like having to report on findings and stuff like that. And so it's like, yeah, if they had somebody that could accumulate all that shit for you,
Right?
so
Well,
keep
and then,
you up to date.
Like if you've got your AI buddy with you, then that also could help eliminate a lot of these doctors who've been doctors for decades who get stuck in their ways and don't want to try or listen to the new stuff that's out. Maybe not
Right.
try experimental things, but just, they poo-poo the new things because what I've been doing is fine.
Well, it's mostly just because they probably don't want to have to go out and find it. They're so
Well, yeah,
fucking busy.
that it's
Yeah.
like, I mean,
Now they're
everybody.
like, here is the information that you need. Okay, well, I can read it if you just give it to me.
Yeah, everybody gets in a routine where it's like, well, this is what I do. I mean, okay, maybe there's a different way to do it, but whatever. Well, what I'm doing is fine. I drive to work the same way every time. There could be a faster way, but this is the way I do it.
Yeah.
So having an
Yeah.
AI would be really cool.
Yeah. No.
No, fuck AI. Fuck them.
Even the robot doctors?
I'm actually writing 2
Dr.
short
Robots.
stories right now about AIs.
I mean, not right now.
Oh, not actively. Maybe he is. Maybe his AI is at home.
You
Maybe
phoning
this
this
is
in?
holographic Bob.
You phoning
You know,
this in?
I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm just feeling just a little out of sorts. Like my brain is distant. Like I'm here, I'm engaging, but my head is really somewhere else right now. I don't know what's up. I'm going to try and hone it in. I don't feel like I'm bringing a lot of energy right now.
I think it's because you didn't get your exercise today.
I think it was. I didn't have time
You've been
to
doing your
exercise
100
before. I have been
days.
doing my exercises every day, and because I didn't get home and in bed from work till 5 o'clock this morning, and then had to be up at 11 to go see Pet Cemetery, which
Yay.
was good. Like I didn't get to exercise before, so maybe that's it. Maybe I'm
Maybe-
just not as
Yeah.
focused in because I
Not
haven't done my
as-
exercise.
Charged.
Yeah. Okay. So
Batteries.
this headline is
Relevant pun.
Green with Envy.
Okay.
So N.K. Jemisin is going to be doing a Green Lantern comic.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitterland.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not like the main Green Lantern. So here's what it says. It's called Far Sector. It's about Sojourner Joe Mullen, a Green Lantern tasked with protecting the city Enduring, which is a sprawling megapolis where billions of people all live in relative peace because the city's residents have been made not to feel emotions. So, Jemison says the whole idea here is it's going to have she's like a frontier sheriff. This Green Lantern is in the Green Lantern Corps, but really pretty separate from the Green Lantern Corps.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, neat.
Yeah.
So
I saw she was getting some flack from Dude Bros on Twitter about it.
well, I'll say this: I'm excited. I mean, at the end of the day, it's DC, so I'm not going to read it.
True.
Basically, what that boils down to. But I think it's cool. I always like to see authors do
Something different.
something different, you know, like Rothfuss doing this graphic novel, Sanderson doing the graphic novels he's done. You know, I like seeing that kind of stuff. And so N.K. Jemisin, she's really good, and it'll be interesting to see what she does. Apparently, this is on their it's on some imprint that DC did for a little while, canceled, and just brought back. Canceled it a few months ago, and then have already brought it back. It was like the Young Animals imprint or something. I don't know. But yeah, so it's that's cool. Like a Western style Green Lantern. It's not gonna be a Western, but like a frontier sheriff style Green Lantern. That's kind of cool.
You lost me at not frontier,
Not
not
a sheriff.
gunslinging Green Lantern. You lost me.
That's fair.
I may or may not have watched Tombstone clips last night, so
I'm your Huckleberry. Was that Tombstone? Or was that okay, yeah.
don't
I
think
was
I've ever
I
seen
was
that.
trying to decide how in depth I wanted to go because I wanted to do the quote where Doc Holliday is riding around almost dying, killing all them folks with everybody, and they're like, "Why are you even here?" And he's like, "'Cause Wyatt Earp's my friend." And he's like, "Well, hell, I got a lot of friends," and he just goes, I don't.
Yep.
So that's why he's there.
Yep.
Fair.
Great character. Great scene.
Dim feels.
So I got a little bit of propaganda watch.
Oh,
here.
yikes. Oh, yikes.
Big Razor is pulling out all the stops.
Fucking Big Razor.
They funded a study, and we're not going to go into it because I'm not going to give it time because I don't think it deserves it. But this study said that some study somewhere learned that big beards equate to smaller testicles across all primate species, including humans. So that's dumb and probably false. Fuck that science.
Yep, that definitely seems like
That's Big Razor.
anti Big Beards.
Yeah, that's Big Razor. Just getting after it.
Look, here's the thing, though. Don't be too upset about this, Bob. Do you know why? They're clearly getting desperate.
They are.
This is like when you're in the argument with somebody and they start insulting you.
Yeah.
Because
Personal attacks right
Yeah,
there.
you know.
Hitting
So you
below
just-
the belt, quite literally,
so
Big
you
Razor.
just start
Oh,
in the words
nice.
of Bill Burr, you just start bobbing and weaving and let them punch themselves out,
Hey.
take a knee and run out the clock.
I always bob.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So this headline is "Ooh, sick burn."
I don't know what to think about your headlines. At one point, they were witty, and then they were terrible, and now you're really just phoning it in.
This week,
You're right.
man. This week,
Dude, we'll talk about this week later.
yeah.
Off air.
Yikes.
But-
we don't have the board for you to look at. That's a big reminder that says, don't say that.
Yeah, well,
And when
that's,
you're in your own
I
house.
have to say it when
Yeah.
You're in your own house. Do
All
what
right.
you want.
I
So-
make a point of saying it now.
Please don't. So we actually got a complaint about it.
About talking about things on air?
Talking about how we'll talk about things off air. A formal complaint was filed, and I think the exact quote was, "How about you talk about the things on the medium that was designed to talk
Okay,
about
well,
the things."
this wasn't really based on anything to do. It's just like, yeah, this week's kind of sucked. Like,
It's been a good week.
Same.
I just wasn't ready for this podcast.
I'm just
really.
drained. Like,
Same.
I've
Like,
just been busy.
Today got here real quick.
Right?
Like last night, you were like, "Hey, this is what we're going to talk about." And I was like, "Oh no!"
Like, I had a hard
I'm not
deadline for
prepared.
yesterday. I made the deadline, and then I got like extra stuff given to me, and I'm like, I don't.
Yeah.
This was not. I was not expecting this, so now I'm completely out of sorts.
I don't know. I've been spending so much of my energy on my 100 days that I don't know. I really think like I was pretty good all week. I really think not working out has really fucked me up.
Yeah, because you're used to doing that right when you get up.
Yeah, that's the first thing I do is I go for like a 30-minute
We
walk.
could have caught like the 2:00 showing.
Oh, you tell him that shit now.
Yeah.
Oh no, I sent him a screenshot of all the showings. I'm
Well,
like,
no.
which
If
would you
we
like to
if
go
we had
to?
done that, though, I would have just slept for an extra 30 minutes because again,
Sleepy.
yeah, didn't get in bed till 5 a.m. All right, so sick burn.
Sick burn, bro.
And surprisingly enough, not talking about Tanya's face.
That's an ouchie,
That's
bro.
because that's just sick, not a burn.
Oh, the savagery.
She's-
The
Jesus.
savagery.
Why do I even come here every week to do this?
It's really a wonder. All right, so can we finally get into this headline? God damn it! So the American Library Association has released their top 10 most challenged books list for this year.
So that the books that people want to ban? Is that what you're
Yes,
talking about? Okay.
or they were banned.
Okay.
But for some reason, and they didn't ever explain why. This year they did 11. So, but they
Because they
report-
turned that shit up to 11. Fuck.
No, but this goes to 11.
Yeah. So they reported that 347 challenges to libraries, schools, and universities for a total of 483 books that were challenged or banned. Of these 11 books, 3 are picture books, 3 are middle grade, and 5 are young adult. Half of the books, well, 6 of the books were challenged for containing LGBTQ content.
Yeah.
2 of the books were noted as having been burned. Actually burned. And those 2 books were This Day in June and Two Boys Kissing. All right, so I'm going to run through the list. First, George by Alex Gino. Then, A Day in the Life of Marlon Bundo by Jill Twiss. Y'all may remember that's the book that...
Be careful now.
No, Colbert. Marlon Bundo. It's the gay bunny, Mike Pence's gay bunny. He put this book out to like.
I was unaware of
Was it Colbert? I think it was Colbert. It's either Colbert or what's the This Week in Review or
that white
the British guy.
John Oliver.
John Oliver. It was one of those two. I think it was Colbert though. That they released this book and it went like number 1 on the charts because it was like just making fun of like Mike Pence. I don't know. So the Captain Underpants series, written and illustrated by Dav Pilkey.
Captain Underpants books are
for 2 reasons.
fine.
One, they said that it
underpants.
encouraged like mischievousness, like excessive. And the other thing was apparently one of the books features a same-sex, like book 4 has a same-sex couple. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas.
Yeah.
That one's got a lot of blowback because it's supposed to be fairly anti-cop.
I have that. I haven't read it yet, but I have it.
Drama, written and illustrated by Raina Telgemeier. 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher.
Yeah, suicide. Yeah.
Yeah, dealing with teen suicide and I think drugs and
Yada,
This One Summer by Mariko Tamaki and illustrated by Jillian Tamaki. The Skippy John Jones series, written and illustrated by Judy Schatzner, which it said it was for Mexican stereotypes, I think is what it said. So The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie.
I know that name.
Yeah, we've talked about Sherman Alexie a lot on here.
Yeah.
This Day in June by Gail E. Pittman, illustrated by Christina Litton, and Two Boys Kissing by David Leviathan.
So, this was a list of books that were petitioned to be banned?
Well, some of them were banned. They were either
pulled from schools
banned, pulled from schools, whatever.
Is it just
and some
from
of them burned.
school libraries? Or
No,
is it...
it said libraries, what did it say? Libraries, schools, and universities. So
you can get it from a bookstore, but any
yeah,
place
like
that you
it's
could
like the Harry
acquire
Potter.
a
The Harry
free
Potter
book.
books are always getting banned, like always.
Fuck out of here with that shit.
No, like when Harry Potter first came out, my mom flipped
I'm
her shit.
well
She's
aware.
like, "It's witchcraft."
Yeah, well,
and then like 2 years later, she read all the books. She's like, "I love Harry Potter." It's like,
Your mom's dumb.
Yes.
Yikes! But yes.
Well, that's why I was looking at you. I was waiting for an enthusiastic agreement.
I think we take a pretty strong anti-censorship stance on here. Like
I hear really good things about The Hate You Give. That's why I bought it.
Well, a lot of people, there are some negative views of cops in the book, so a lot of people focus on that. And if you notice, the vast majority of these books are kids' books, and these are not kids trying to get this shit banned.
Yeah,
this is parents that are like, "Oh my God, don't want my kids exposed to this and that and this and that." And so they, rather than just say, "Hey kid, don't check that book out."
Yeah, I was about to say, don't.
Maybe
parent your kids.
Yeah, exactly. Or parent your child. Or whatever.
Yeah.
That's gonna send me off on a whole tangent.
Right.
About like, what the fuck do you think your kid's gonna do when they get out into the life? Like,
well, you got to brainwash them early. Duh. All right.
Yikes.
So what news did y'all bring?
I've only got the one piece of news. So.
Oh, you talking about One Piece? The really good.
Okay, we'll
manga,
discuss it
anime?
very briefly.
Yeah.
It's still going.
Too many goddamn episodes.
Still
It's like 700
ongoing.
episodes.
The art style really kind of set me to where I didn't want to indulge
If you can't
it.
tell that story in 26 episodes, if you
No,
can't condense
Bob's an idiot,
780 down to 26, then I just ain't got time for you.
Yeah,
You just need to watch the YouTube summaries
Look, here's
of
the
them,
thing.
I guess.
Here's the thing.
Read the wiki. It's good for you.
The art style kind of throws me off, but people talk about it so much that I feel like there's got to be some redeeming quality. And I did watch like the first 30 some odd episodes.
Can you just
of
imagine,
it. It
though?
was pretty good, but
if your friends were really into it and you'd never seen it, and you had 700 episodes to catch up on, can you just imagine that?
Yeah, I can, because I watched Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. I didn't finish Shippuden. I need to still finish that. But like the difference is maybe One Piece is like this too, but like Naruto legitimately is some of the greatest long-term character building and storytelling I've ever seen in anything ever. But Come on.
Real long term.
Well, also you just gotta know. It's like you with Game of Thrones. You wait till it's ended so that you can get those master lists of the filler episodes you can skip.
True.
The entire filler
True.
arcs that you can just avoid.
Yeah.
So, anyways, but I
All right,
said
so
One
what's your
Piece.
news?
Anyways, so books coming out this month.
Okay.
So, April 16th is when this book comes out. Now,
Ooh, that's Tuesday.
something like
Most
that. isn't it?
I think most books come out on Tuesday. I think
Yeah.
Tuesday's
Okay.
book release day.
Well, I originally saw this and was like, oh, okay, this is not going to be for Derek because of, as soon as I read the name, you'll know why. No Country for Old Gnomes.
I love gnomes.
And now it's not going to be for Derek most likely because I don't do funny fantasy.
Yeah.
Like it's just not usually my thing.
Well,
I mean, it's
you're
got to
wrong.
be real good for me to fucks with it, but this sounds
And yet
really funny.
you really liked the fucking high as fuck dragon thing in that Patrick Rothfuss shit. That was a high as fuck dragon. It was hilarious.
I mean, I didn't like that much.
Really?
Mm-mm.
You like the book?
Oh, I love the book. No, but that was one of my
So-
least favorite
Fucking
parts.
Stone
So
Dragon was hilarious.
I read a bunch, or not a bunch. I read like 2 lengthy, in-depth reviews on why the second book in that series is trash.
We'll discuss that at a later date once
just-
I've read the article.
Okay.
But
yeah, you kind of can't rebut what you haven't
Well,
read.
basically, their core premise was like the the first book. He like the first book ends with him. He's kind of learned a few names,
Yeah.
and he's in school and he's flirting with Denna.
Yeah.
And the second book ends in the exact same place. Basically, they're like you have a whole book of no progression.
But he makes a real good lamp.
No progression, and all the best, most interesting parts keep getting like. It's like we get like 20 pages on this boring stuff, but then he's like, "Oh yeah, I ran into pirates." That gets a sentence, you know.
I
so
strongly disagree with even the premise of this idea, and I am so mad right now that you interrupted me for that now I just want to rant at both you for interrupting me and them for having that shitty take.
it was a. I'll say this: I didn't necessarily agree with it, but I thought it was a pretty. It was. I could see where they were coming from. They were like they loved the first book, and the second book was just a letdown to them because it's
I'm
like
gonna very stringently say that this person is.
They also said that like the thing that keeps getting glossed over is like Foth is 15. Like he's 15.
No, he's not anymore.
There's a whole bunch of him like banging like 30-year-old women. And
No, he's not 15 anymore. This person would know that if they paid closer attention to the fucking story.
okay.
Yikes.
Okay.
Okay, so books coming out. No Country for Old Gnomes.
So the reason it sounds awesome. First of all, I've never heard of the authors, but Delilah S. Dawson and Kevin Hearn, at least Hearn. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but they did a first collaboration recently called "Kill the Farm Boy," a comedic take on epic fantasy. So I kind of want to read that now. But the brief synopsis of I say again, No Country for Old Gnomes is. A war is brewing between impeccably neat gnomes and war alpaca riding halflings. I'm sold.
Yeah. No, I'm all in. I'm all in.
Alpacas.
And it's basically the main character coming into contact with basically trying to stop the war as far as I can
I
tell.
like it.
But
Nice.
I don't care. The premise sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
And on the cover, it shows somebody riding a fucking griffin, and Derek's all about some griffins.
You
Yeah.
do love griffins.
So
Okay.
I'm in there, like
Tanya.
somewhere. Also, the person that wrote that article that Bob referenced is a trash person. And that, trust me, is my soft take.
All right.
Well,
Tanya.
I
what's
also
your
have
news?
some books that folks should. They didn't come out. They're not coming out this week, but recently. So maybe last week, a couple weeks ago, a couple books that I've had my eye on that I've heard some buzz about that are worth mentioning. Holy Sister. It's the third in a series by Mark Lawrence. I hear really good stuff about that. There's a new James S.A. Corey book out, Tiamat's Wrath.
Yeah, that's another Expanse book.
Yep, I think it's 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terry Goodkind has The Scribbly Man.
Which is weird because he's dead.
Well, it's out.
He's been dead for a long time, I thought.
Wow.
Isn't Terry Pratchett dead?
This is
She
Terry
said
Goodkind.
Oh, Terry Goodkind. Oh,
Goodkind.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
Hey, will you stop writing over there? Because the joke from
Yeah, no.
Jeez. Sam Sykes with Blades, 7 Blades in Black.
That's what I was going to say.
I really want to read
almost
that.
bought that last night to start reading it. I'm probably going to.
It's
I
in
follow
a
him on
series.
Twitter.
Have you started reading Nine Fox Gambit?
No,
Because
because
Goodreads
I'm still reading.
says you started reading
Yeah.
Nine Fox
I
Gambit.
started reading it, but then I went back and I've been reading like 3 different books, man.
Derek, you're rereading
No, I'm not.
Jade City.
No, I'm listening to that 30 minutes every day
Derek,
before I go to
Derek,
bed.
life is short. Get new books.
Yeah, as I'm going to sleep, I want to listen to something that if I fall asleep, it's not that big a deal.
Derek.
All right.
Derek.
So,
Look, don't judge me. I know exactly what I'm doing.
we're talking about graphic novels and things like that. You like people doing graphic novels? Handmaid's Tale graphic novel by Margaret Atwood.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll probably be a pass. I mean, because I've read the book and
Yeah.
I don't feel like the graphic
Who's
novel
arting it?
tread new ground.
Fucking, I don't
But-
know.
I'm so disappointed.
Bitch, I didn't write that down. S.A. Chakrabarty with Kingdom of Copper.
That's got the sequel to City of Brass.
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom of Copper.
I see.
Yeah.
I see what they're doing there.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it's going to be like Empire of Bronze? Will be the 3rd book.
Maybe.
That'd be my guess.
Perchance.
Iron, gold,
Well, 'cause-
platinum.
Wait, it started with brass.
Well, you gotta go
brass,
in order.
Copper, then bronze. Isn't bronze?
I don't remember.
Oh, I don't
man.
do metallurgy. I don't know.
I knew this at one point.
Huh.
Okay.
This is not that point.
Did you read Rosewater?
No,
All right. Do you have Rosewater? I have Rosewater.
you
I
have
thought
Rosewater.
You did. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Well, Tade Thompson. It's like this sci-fi kind of low-key aliens ? Thing. The sequel to that, Rosewater Insurrection, is out, and I picked up this as the Prime reading get your book early thing. One Word Kill by Mark Lawrence.
Yeah, I got that too.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't
yep.
get it because I forgot.
Wow. Wow.
So I'm just going to quickly add, if you have Audible, they're doing a deal. Just a general, something I've started doing. If you order stuff off Amazon, if you have a Prime account, not get it shipped Prime, they will give you $1 credit for a digital product, which you can use for books.
I just bought 3 things last night, and I probably should have done 3 different transactions
And
so
they'll
I
give
could
you
get
$3.
$3.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking they'll ship it in 3 different packages, and it's like, is $3 worth the?
No, they won't, because I did that. I ordered the Marie Kondo book, and then was like 20 minutes later, I was like, oh shit, I need to get that wedding present.
Yeah.
So I ordered it, and I did that for both. I said, hey, just send it to me whenever.
Yeah.
I got the package today,
Same
which yeah, they were in the same box, but I got 2 credits.
Oh,
So,
I have regrets, so I'll
yeah.
have to know that for next time, though.
But also, Audible is doing a deal where they've got like 25, I think, or maybe like 50 books. If you pre-order them, you get a $5 credit.
Yep.
So if you have credits and there's one on there, if you get it,
You get
then when they have a
$5.
$5 sale going on again, you can basically get another book for free. So
Well, speaking of Audible, if you have Audible and you haven't checked your email, maybe check your spam folder. But they're in a settlement for a lawsuit about credits. So they weren't incredibly clear about when your credits would expire. And so a lot of people lost credits that they thought that they could hold on to for an extended period of time. So if Audible finds that you're one of those people, or maybe you canceled your subscription, lost a credit, something like that, then you are going to get to choose from a list of books and get a free book. So
Neat.
if you're an Audible subscriber or have
I will
subscribed
not
to
apply
Audible.
because I've always used all of my credits.
I was just about to say that I don't know that applies to us at this table
Well,
because
no,
we
me.
about that low.
I mean, I have canceled my Audible a couple times,
With-
actually.
with
With credits
credits?
remaining?
I don't know if I don't know. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like,
I always
Yeah.
make
check
sure
your
I don't.
emails.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you will be one of the people who gets
Yeah.
to. You don't have to do anything. So you can
Okay.
opt out of the settlement if you want, but just check your email.
I think the most important thing is to realize that character progression is something that actually happens in a story. So all the things that happen to a person, they matter, especially when you're building to the downfall of a character.
No,
when
action.
you're building in the,
Action, only
get
action.
Let's end the episode, Bob.
Action
Wrap us
only.
up.
No, I gotta do the poem.
Okay, well,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here's the
Poe
poem.
ahead.
Helen.
All right.
Boo.
The I was gonna do Poe. I was gonna do Poe.
Damn it, that would have been
and then I didn't. I'm doing the Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll.
Of course you are.
'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome wraiths outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jubjub bird, and shun the frumious Bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the manxome foe he sought. So he rested by the Tum-Tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And, as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes aflame came whiffling through the Tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1-2, 1-2, and through, the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumping back. Hast thou seen the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. O frabjous day, Kula, Kule, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig and the slithy toes did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome wraiths outgrabe.
All I'm saying is,
wait,
Yeah,
Oh.
okay, where are my snaps? Yeah, thank you.
Coffee House Snaps.
Thank you.
also, didn't Jabberwocky lose to somebody he shouldn't have lost to on Blue Haven?
I can't remember.
I can't remember if that was him or not. Either way, lame. No.
All right. So, yeah, that's this week in the news. Hope y'all enjoyed. I hope when we sit down to record this next episode, I'm more with it. I'm more focused. I'm more in. Because I'm super hyped for this episode that's coming up. Ooh.
What day is this dropping?
Oversell, underdeliver. That's our
Exactly. All right.
Well, this is dropping on the 14th.
So, as the coming week approaches, I hope that the cardboard box of your life is filled with tasty-looking packing peanuts, and that none of your animals eat them. And may the blessing of the beard be upon you.
Lord. Thanks for listening to this episode of Books, Beards, Booze. Our co-hosts are Bob, Derek, and Tanya. Our producer is Bob. For more information, visit our website, booksbeardsbooze.com. Follow our social media at Tales by Bob. If you enjoyed this podcast, please rate, subscribe, and share. Okay, bye.